What's up, guys? How is everyone? Happy Friday. Today is Freedom Friday. So I wanted to jump on and talk about killing that debt. For those who don't know, my name is Mari Benning, Mari B. Hey, Saria. So I'm going to be talking about how to kill that debt. So I wanted to talk about debt to income ratios and what you're doing for 2019 to slash those bills. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Angela, thank you for joining. So I'm excited to share, guys, because a lot of times we see these debts, we see these bills. Hey, Zorka. We see these bills and we know we need to take care of them, but we really don't know how to actually kill that debt. So I was doing some research, and being in the banking industry, I talk to a lot of clients and talk about how to reduce their debt, how to better their credit, how to work on getting that first home and things like that. And a lot of times what people don't realize is that even though you might have good credit, excellent credit, if you don't have the income to support, you could have the best credit in the world, but if your income doesn't qualify. And I know a lot of my friends know, especially my girls in the banking industry, they know, hey, Carmen, that you can have the best credit in the world, but if you don't have the income, or you can't prove the income, then you're limited on what you can buy. And they tell you what zip code you can live in, right? They determine based on your income, based on your credit, what's your geographical location can be and what you can afford as far as home. So I started to think about what are ways that we can help eliminate debt in our life. And I've done a lot of research. I did a lot of Googling, and I found what I already knew to be true, but I just wanted to get some backing. So I went on to the Forbes.com website. I went on to Inc.com website, and I did a lot of research based on that. Of course, being in banking, Bankrate.com. All these different banking websites, financial websites that tell you what the things that you need to do in order to kill that debt, right? So I'm going to give you some practical stuff, guys. How to reduce your debt. So first of all, you have to find out what your debt to income ratio is. Now, I'm talking about those who are looking to maybe buy a home or to just get out of debt, to be financially free. Hey, Atasha. If you know, by the way, guys, if you know anyone that's in the same boat as you, you've been having conversations of how to kill that debt, how to break that debt off of your life, you can definitely recycle this video. Let them, hear the message, the things that I'm working on to share with you today to help us all get debt free, because there's nothing like financial freedom. And Fridays for me is financial freedom. Freedom to be debt free, freedom from the status quo, freedom. And we deserve it, right, ladies? We deserve it. We deserve to get what we're worth. We deserve to get value out of life. So we also need the practical stuff, right? So I wrote down a couple of bullet points that I want to talk about. Number one, you have to determine how much debt that you have. A lot of times, y'all, if we're honest, we don't know how much debt we're in because we haven't done the numbers. If we really took the time to put the numbers down on paper, on black and white, we'd be able to see, wow, this is how much debt I have, and this is what I need to get paid. So if somebody were to say, listen, I want to pay all your debt, how much do I write the check for? A lot of us don't know. So you have to write it down. You got to write down all the bills that you have. You have to write down the debt that you have, student loans, credit cards, car note, rent, include rent in there. If you have a mortgage, include your mortgage in there. Hey, Sister Ella, God bless you. Thank you. So how much debt do you have? So I did an example. For example, if you have $40,000 of debt, then what is your income? So we're going to determine debt to income ratio, because that's going to determine the house that you can buy. That's going to determine the things you can purchase. Hey, Queen Donella. Hey, Linda. Thanks for joining. So, all right. So how much debt do you have? So I did a figure just to keep it even, and I did $40,000 of debt. So what's your income? So let's just say you have a household and you have $70,000 of income coming into the home. How do you determine your debt to income ratio? So you have to divide your monthly debt by your monthly income. So I did an example. I live in South Florida. The monthly rent or the monthly mortgage it's different in whatever state you're in, and I live in South Florida. So our monthly rent or monthly mortgage may be higher than some of you. So I try to do an average. So I put monthly rent or mortgage $1,300 a month. Okay. So let's say you have a car and you have car insurance on that car. That's $800 a month. You have a student loan payment. That's $300 a month. And you have credit cards, $100 a month. So that totaled out to $2,500 a month, right? So if your monthly income was $4,000 a month, then your debt to income ratio is 0.625. If you made $3,000 a month, your debt to income ratio would be even higher at 0.833. So if you're over 50% debt to income ratio, guys, that's high. And most lenders are not going to approve you because you're a risk to them. Mortgage companies, lenders, they consider anything over 0.5% debt to income ratio extremely high. And that reduces their chances of getting their money back, right? So they're taking a risk by giving you that loan, because they're not guaranteed based on your debt to income, meaning you got so much debt that you're a liability now, and they don't think you're going to be able to pay. Banker extra special. Thank you, Linda. So your goal is to be below 0.5%. Hey, Idris, your goal is to be below 0.5%. All right. So based on the what I gave you, I want you to calculate how much debt do you have, guys. We got to really put down the numbers, because numbers won't lie, and we got to stop imagining these things in our head. There's something powerful about writing it down, and when you see it, then it's like an aha moment that comes to pass, like, whoa, I need to really make some changes, right? So what are you going to do? So I looked up ways on how to reduce the debt to income ratio. Now, for some of us that have a high debt to income ratio, which unfortunately is a majority of Americans. And if we're honest, some of us live paycheck to paycheck, and I get it. I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So, but how do we get out of this cycle, right? So number one, you need to pump up your income, increase your income. Number two, you need to reduce or reorganize your debts. Hey, Idris, I don't know if I said hi already. And then you're going to talk to a lender. But you cannot talk to a lender if you calculate your debt to income ratio and you see it's 0.8 or 0.6 or whatever. They're not going to want to talk to you. And the only lenders that are going to want to talk to you are shark lenders. And these are lenders that are going to charge you a ridiculous amount of interest, and you're pretty much going to pay double of what your house is worth in interest because you didn't do your due diligence and lower your debt to income ratio. So earn more than you spend was one of the tips that I got from the website. Create another stream of income and lower your monthly expenses. So how much do you need to be above your current expenses? So, all right, you're going to lower your debt to income by, number one, revamping what you're spending. But if you absolutely cannot, because guys, there's no judgment here. I've been there, done that, lived paycheck to paycheck, barely had enough, robbed Peter to pay Paul, paid ridiculous amount of interest on personal loans, had to go borrow from Scott. Oh my God. So I get it. No judgment. So, but what are we going to do to get out of this cycle? You have to change your debt to income ratio. If you're not bringing enough income and you cannot lower your monthly expenses. Now I'm talking about you actually went through your monthly expenses and you eliminated a lot of stupid stuff like going out to eat all the time. There's nothing wrong with going out to eat, but if that's your everyday routine, you wasting money. You need to go and get you some groceries and break it down. Eat some ramen noodles a little bit more than often, you know what I'm saying, to lower your expenses that you have control over. Now, when it comes to bills, paying back bills and things like that you owe, you got to pay them. So how do we lower that? If you cannot lower, then you need to add another stream of income. You need to have multiple streams of income. You got to have a plan B anyway. If you don't have a plan B and plan A fails, which it's failed on me multiple times, then you're stuck like Chuck. Then forget about debt to income ratio. Ain't nobody gonna want to hire you. No one's gonna want to lend you anything except for a shark loaner who's gonna charge you 18% interest on a car. Hello, somebody. A ridiculous amount because you don't have enough money to put down on a house, so you got to get two loans, a 80 and a 20%. With a ridiculous amount of interest, and you're talking thousands of dollars. Guys, when you get a chance, go to bankrate.com. That's bankrate.com, and do some calculations on how much interest you're really paying. Pay on time or pay before. Definitely that's going to help your credit, but boosting your credit is a whole nother animal. But my whole focus on here was to reduce the debt to income. Straight facts, Adam. Yes. So you have to add an additional stream of income. That'll preach, right? So how do we, how do you determine what extra income do you need? Because sometimes an extra $300 would go a long way. Sometimes an extra $600. Now I'm talking about monthly, okay? An extra $600, an extra $1,000. How much additional income are you going to need to live, to be able to still live and maintain your lifestyle, but start killing that debt, right? Because what you want to do, you'd be surprised if you pay just $20 above your minimum. You're hitting that principal, guys. You're hitting the principal on whatever it is, whether it's your credit card, whether your student loan, whether it's your mortgage. You'll be surprised. You want to attack that principal payment. That's going to bring your interest lower. And don't get into the let me give you this I don't know if some of you probably have caught it, but when you have your monthly car loan, right? Let's say it's $300 a month, and let's say you paid an additional $50 towards your payment. You paid $350. What the car loan people do, which I don't know if you're aware, they don't take that extra $50 and put it towards the principal of your car loan. They apply that towards next month's payment, and they say, oh, good job, you paid $350 this month, so now next month you only have to pay $250 instead of your $300 minimum. No, what you need to let them know is when you make that payment, you want them to know that $50 of that extra payment is going towards your principal, because you want to kill that principal, which brings your overall loan down so you're not paying as much interest, okay? What they're trying to do is keep you paying that interest month after month. So when you pay that extra, make sure it's going towards the principal. So sometimes you have to let them know and be specific. Say, listen, I just made a payment. I need to make sure that 50 of that or 100 of that or 20 of that is going towards my principal. I don't want my monthly changed at all. All right? Tip. All right. So how fast do you want to pay it off? So how much income do you need to earn? So, okay, you're determining your debt to income. Let's say you have $1,300 rent, $800 is car note and car insurance, $300 is a student loan, and the $100 is credit card, right? So if you take $800 that you were paying on your car note and your car insurance, and you were able to eliminate that, Yeah, because you still need insurance, so I didn't calculate that right. But if you were able to eliminate your car note and your student loan, that's $1,100, right? 8 plus 3, 1,100. That brings your monthly debt down to $1,400 a month. So if you're still, now your debt monthly went down by $1,100 because you were able to pay off these loans, right? So now, based on $4,000 monthly income, your debt to income now is 0.35%. Now you're below the 0.5%. You're below that halfway mark. Guess what? Now you're the bomb.com. Now lenders are going to look at you and they're going to want to offer you more. They're going to say, hey, your debt to income is looking pretty good. We can give you this, such and such amount, right? But remember, it's still based off your income. Your income is going to determine what the amount of house that you can qualify for. So you've lowered your monthly debt by increasing your income by $1,100. So now that however long it took, the speed of your paying off your loan is how much additional you're paying on a monthly basis. So you determine how fast you want to kill that debt. If you want to kill it right away, you need to determine how much do I need additional to pay this off, this certain amount, whatever it is. So I gave an example of $1,100. So if you know you need to make $1,100 additional every month to kill that debt in specific, to get rid of that car note and that student loan, then you need to make sure that you're bringing in an additional $275 a week, which breaks down to, or $800 a month. Let's say $800. Let's just kill the car note, just the car note. Let's just say we want to get rid of the car note. That's $800. Car note and $800. Let's say the car note and the student loan added up to $800. So that's $200 additional income you need a week. As $28.50 you need a day. So you just need an additional $28.50 a day, $200 additional a week to bring in. What can you do to bring in an additional $200 every week to start killing that debt? That's specifically just for killing your debt. That's not for you to be going to flex and buying clothes and shoes and doing this and that. It's only for paying off debt. We want to be debt free. The point of this is to be debt free. So you got to admit, number one, that you need to change, because this is not going to be something, guys, you've been doing this for years. You've been in the cycle for years. So we're going to break that cycle, but it's a mind shift. You have to shift your mind. So what do you have right now that will allow you to bring an additional $200 a week? What has God brought into your life? What opportunities have been presented to you that you haven't really fully taken advantage of to help you bring in an additional stream of income? It could be multiple. I was able to create a book, and books, being an author, I thank God for that. That's an additional stream of income. Partnering with Lime Life by Alcone. It's, a skincare makeup company. Thank you, Theo. I've been able to partner with that. That's an additional stream of income. So you have to create an additional stream of income so that you don't touch your main income. You know what I'm saying? You have to get yourself a side hustle that you're going to be able to bring in that additional income to kill that debt. Because if you try to keep doing what you're doing, you're going to just repeat the cycle. So 5 years from now, if you want to be completely debt free, it's possible. If you whatever you put your mind to, you're going to do it. You've just been putting your mind to the wrong thing. You've been focusing on the wrong thing all this time, and you've been kicking out opportunities after opportunity because you were afraid. Get over the fear, because guess what? The fear of debt should be greater than your fear of opportunity. You should be more afraid to not try and create another stream of income and do something to kill that debt more than you are afraid of doing the opportunity. Because guys, if the opportunity fails, who cares? You'll get another one and try it again. You dust yourself off and keep going. People don't give up and just give up, and you give up on your dream, and you give up on life. Okay, well, I guess I'm never gonna get a home because I'm just gonna rent for the rest of my life because I'm in so much debt over my head. I have so many student loans, it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna ever get out of here. You have to change that mind shift. So tonight, I want to encourage you tonight to start being proactive and looking for opportunities or creating opportunities to create an additional stream of income. I'm not saying to quit your 9 to 5, but when you come home from your 9 to 5, you have to find another job. So for me, I'm thankful that I was able to find another opportunity that I can work from home. It's something that I love to do anyway, beautifying women. It's something that I love to do, empowering women. So while I'm empowering women, selling makeup, selling skincare, I am stacking that money to pay off my debt, because my heart is to be genuinely debt free. I don't want to be limited. I don't like to be boxed in. I don't like to feel like I can't take a vacation when I want to. I don't want to feel like my paycheck week after week determines my zip code. You know what I'm saying? My income right now is not going to pay me what I'm worth. I'm worth a lot. My value, you got to understand your value. You know what I'm saying? Your 9 to 5, thank God for it. It's a great, great thing. I'm not saying your career, you quit your job and go do something. What I'm saying is you got to start thinking proactively, saying, okay, what I have right now is not going to pay me what I'm worth. It's not going to pay me what I need to get my house. It's not going to pay me exactly what I need to get out of debt. So I have to start shifting my mindset and creating something on the side that's going to create an additional stream of income. So if you're interested, listen, I'm coming to you with an opportunity. This ain't for everybody. I'm opening the opportunity for those who are looking to add an additional stream of income. Guys, it's not something that you're gifted with. You can be taught. You just get taught. Your mindset, you have to be open to receive. Those who are wealthy are humble and teachable. If you're coachable and teachable, there is a way that you can create an additional stream of income on the side. So if you're interested in learning how to create an additional stream of income on the side, hit me up. Hit your girl up. Put a flame in the comments. I know I'm about to jump off here because I didn't want to stay on long, but I wanted it to show you how to kill your debt. There's no other way, guys. You can't, I don't care how much expenses, how much spending you cut, you're not going to be able to pay off those debt and be completely debt free unless you have an additional stream of income. Unless you have a second job. I'm not trying to work a second job. If you're going to sacrifice your time, guys, you have to really be strategic on the second opportunity that you're going to be doing, because it's going to take away time from your family. It's going to take time away from your sleep. You're going to have to make certain sacrifices, and you're going to have to be willing to make that sacrifice. And it's okay, because it's worth it. In the end, guys, if a year from now, if you said, I was able to create an additional $200 a week, just doing a side thing, hello, and you were able to create that, you're adding, guys, what is it? 4,000 times 28 times 28 is $112,000. Divided by 100, that's $1,120. So what you want to do is create an additional stream of income that's going to add up. So if you do 200 additional, you're creating $1,100 of additional income that you didn't have before, right? Or $800 a month. If you multiply that by 12, You've created additional stream of income just by doing something on the side. But you got to really want to do it. You got to really be sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got to really come up with say that, listen, I'm sick of being in debt and I want to get out, and there are ways to get out. So if you want to learn how to get out and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I am here for you. So inbox me. You can put a flame in the chat if you're interested in beautifying yourself. As I said, I've just launched back into the beauty industry, and I'm really excited. I became an independent beauty guy with Line Life by Alcone, and I'm teaching women how to be beautiful on the outside as well as the inside, because that's my passion. I love empowering women and telling you how beautiful you are. So I'm excited. I'm excited about being able to kill my debt. I'm going to keep you updated on this journey, and if you're wanting to take the journey with me, let's go. Let's kill that debt. Let's attack it. Let's kick its butt and be financially free. It's Freedom Friday, y'all. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.